Hi and welcome to another Tabitha's Glass Emporium YouTube video. Today we're looking at this. Now this is an idea I did for my daughter's teachers. They haven't broken up from school yet, so I did this little idea for them for a Christmas present. And it's a tiny little picture in a frame, but making sure that the glass relaxes over, even though it's on a full fuse, that it relaxes over the murrine so they keep their shape, but you get this fantastic depth to the piece because it's got such thick glass on top. So today I'm going to show you how to make this. So I've cut a piece of streaky glass. I've chosen this bit of purple, nice purple streaky. I've had a look and gone, I kind of quite like the design of the glass like this. I'm then going to put some stringers on it. Now the idea of this design, and of course the glue's in the bottom of my pot, is to make sure you keep whatever you're putting inside quite a far away. You don't want it close to the edge. It's probably a better way of saying it. Because you want the glass to encase it, and I grind the edges so that I don't want the flowers really close to the edge and then kind of not looking so pretty because they're close to the edge. So I'm fighting with my strings here, deciding which way around I want them to go. I put some stringers on there. Now I'm going to use some of our thistles. I think this is such a great little project for Christmas presents or Valentine's presents. They work brilliantly for both. As I said, I'm using this for my kids to make projects for their teachers because they look so great. And I always think teachers probably get so much, for want of a better word, crap from kids. Here, I made you this, miss. If I can try and make sure that I give the teachers something nice that the kids have made and they can actually display and feel happy to have around the house, it's probably better. Then I'm using these, which are our silky drop. Rather than leaves, I wanted to use something slightly different, and these have got a little bit of purple in them. It's hard to see, but they do, and I just think they can be really, it's an elegant use of leaves, so I wanted to show you as a sort of different design idea. Oh, it's stuck to my finger. I've got one more. I'm going to put on. So after I put this on, again I'm going to move that a little bit closer, away further from the edge. I've cut this is a 6mm fibre paper. Now if you've got dams, you could just cut some fibre paper, put it round the glass and dam it like this. But if you don't have dams, this is quite a kind of nice way to make a dam. Admittedly it's only got one use, which is quite extravagant, but you can cut it out and you can then always use the middle for something else, and you can pop it in. You can always spray this with some kind of release like kiln wash or boron, so it kind of releases glass better and doesn't get so much stuck. I have a grinder, so don't worry. And then you can either put one layer of 6mm on top or 2 layers of 3mm. I don't mind the bubbles, so I'm doing 2 layers of 3mm. And that will go on top like that in the kiln. And the idea is I do a hold at 663 for 2 hours. That means the glass will have time to relax around all the flowers, and so the flowers and everything in here will hold their shape and will keep their shape, but they will be fully fused inside the glass, and you'll have this sort of beautiful kind of depth to the piece. So I'm going to put that in the kiln now with some ones that my daughter's made for their teachers, and we can see how they go when they come out. So here this is fully fused. I've also put a few others in that my children made. Now I'm going to put a mask on, take the fibre paper off, and I will grind the edges of them. So I'm self-filming today. It's Saturday for our Christmas party and no one else is here. But for me, I have a grinder. You're not going to be able to hear me when I'm grinding. And I just grind off the edges. If you don't have a grinder, you may not want to dam the edges, or you could, as I said before, you can put some thin fire around or kiln wash it or bore on it to stop so much stuff sticking to the edges. As you can see, my edges are quite rough and stuck with fibre paper. So I will now do this, which I find quicker than doing all the other things, and I quite like a bit of grinding some days. So I'm going to do this, and then they will go in for a fire polish. I will work on a, so this is a 60 grit, then I will go to a 160 grit, sorry, a 70 grit, then I will go to a 120 grit, and then I will finish on a 400. So here they are out of the kiln, having been fire polished. So as I said, I ground the edges and then we put them in for a nice fire polish. Amazingly, I did it on a very low temperature and they've still relaxed a bit more than I was thinking they would. I only went to 705 for 10 minutes, but you know, sometimes that's the way it is. I did a very low, slow ramp to make sure they fire polished really nicely. I love the way these work. The fact that you get the kind of encasing of the murrine in the glass, and it still keeps the shape of the murrine rather than them going sort of blobby. I'm now going to glue them. I've got various different types of frames. I'm going to put them in, these all from IKEA. Most of the teachers are getting one like this. River's main teacher is getting one like this. And so we're going to glue them. I use Araldite crystal 2-part glue. Guys, please take a screenshot if you want to buy it. Mostly you can get it from Amazon. So this, you mix equal parts of part A and part B. Mix quite a lot up because we've got quite a lot to glue here. That's about equal parts. I use cupcake holders to mix my glue in, just because they're disposable and paper. So I just use a double layer of them. And then you're wanting to mix it together for about a minute. So I'm just going to mix this and then show you how I glue after that. So I've mixed the glue. I'm just going to take a little bit of it, put some dots on the black back. Doesn't need to be massive, and then putting it in. Now the trick is you've got to get it in the centre. So I'm just sort of eyeing it up, and in fact I've gone a bit low because we want to do writing on it. It's always better if you're framing to maybe put it high and it to be closer to the top than closer to the bottom. It's better for your eye. And then the other thing, you want to make sure you're on a flat surface, because if you're not, these will slide away. And I often use a ruler and will say, you know, I'm sorry guys, I'm metric, you know, say three and a bit close to 4, but that's all right with the writing, 3, so that's in the middle. So I'm going to get on and glue the rest of them now. So here they are all nicely glued and in their frames. I think they look great. Now this is probably a little bit late for any of you guys doing Christmas presents for teachers or anything, but remember it for next year. Or I think they'd be really cute Valentine's presents as well. Really simple to do, and I just think they look great once they're in their frame, and I loved how they turned out. So please, if you like this video, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you know when a new video is coming, and I hope you've enjoyed this, and I can't wait to see what you guys do with this.